Are we live? Yes, we are. What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about Mercury retrograde, but I'm also gonna talk about reasons why I actually really do enjoy life, reasons why to enjoy life, reasons why you should look at the good parts of life, why you should just enjoy it because life has so much to offer, in my opinion. I'm also gonna talk about cherish the importance of cherishing connections. I'm talking about mostly good connections, just any connections where like you're having fun or like if you met someone they change your life in a great way, or they give you a different perspective in life in a great way, or just if you met any person even currently or in the past or in the present moment where like they kind of made a huge impact in your life. The importance of cherishing those connections and just not taking things for granted. I'm also going to talk about becoming great in life, wanting more out of life, just getting off your comfort zone and being inspired to like never settle for the a minimum because life is short. And I'm just gonna also talk about the importance of having fun in life, just relaxing, just enjoying life. But let's get to it. So as I'm making this video, it is Mercury retrograde. I think right now is the 12th, and Mercury retrograde ends on the 14th. But after Mercury retrograde ends on the 14th, there's a post shadow Mercury retrograde, right? Which is good. I mean, not good, but like, this is how it is, right? But like, it's been like, I'm not gonna lie, like this Mercury retrograde has been kind of hitting me pretty hard because it's like it's forcing me to like just reflect, just know a lot of stuff about myself. Also, we're experiencing full moons and like Scorpio and shit like that. But it's really forcing me to like kind of reflect on my life. Like this is a lot of things. I'm not sure if I want to talk about it, but it's made me reflect on how like how I'm people pleasing or like how people are kind of using me in a way. But it's also teaching me how to like set boundaries, stand up for myself, and but to also just see people how they are. Not everyone, but like some people. But it's also teaching me like the importance of enjoying life and the importance of not taking things for granted. Because like I look back in my life, right, and like I feel like I met so many great people who made a huge impact in my life. Like it's through in person, it's through online. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, like while I was meeting those people, like I'm the type of person where like I don't try to take things for granted. I try to enjoy every moment because I know how life works. Because in any given moment, anything can be taken away from you at an instant. So whenever I meet someone I really like, or if I meet someone there's a huge connection or a huge bond, I don't take it for granted and I make the most out of it. And not only that, because like I've always been around people where like I don't feel close to or I don't feel connected to or like I don't usually agree with. So when I finally do meet people who are like minded like me or like who I feel connected to, this is why I tend to not take things for granted as much. But I feel like looking back, man, like sometimes like I get what is Mercury. I'm not sure it's Mercury retrograde, but like they're like just earlier, I was kind of grieving. I was kind of like just sad because like at sometimes I could wish I could relive those moments where like I'll meet certain people based on interactions or just being around people, just memories. Just I've experienced a lot of good things in life, such as being in sports teams, my accomplishments, the people I've met, things I've accomplished, and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I wish I could relive those moments because it's been very emotional. Because like even though I do experience some type of bullshit sometimes in life, I mean, who doesn't, right? We all experience some dumb shit in life, but like I feel like I've been blessed to live a life where like I've developed so many great memories and like I just experienced a lot of great things with people and life situations. You know what I'm saying? I've experienced a lot of good memories. And me, I'm 25, so like I'm still young and I still have a lot to look forward to. I still have a lot of things to experience ahead of me. And like it made me think like, man, like I really shouldn't take life for granted, man. Like I really enjoy life like that. You know. What's up, Chauncey One? How you doing, man? What's up? What's up? Hope you're doing good. Happy Friday. It's finally Friday, man. Enjoy your weekend. Thank God it's Friday, man. Make the most of it and enjoy it. But yeah, but if you have any questions too, just don't hesitate to ask. Right now, me, I'm just talking. I'm speaking my mind. I'm just talking about my past connections with people, and I'm also going to talk about the importance of like cherishing good connections, the importance of like cherishing good memories. For real, he said yeah, it's Friday. I'm fucking dead. That's some funny shit. He said yeah, it's Friday for now. In like 5 minutes, it'll be Monday. For real though, right? Hey, that's the thing too. So like every time there's a fucking weekend, right? Like there's a fucking Friday or like Saturday, some shit. Like he said, like I'd be like, fuck man, because I'm aware, like, see, like me, I ever since time is speeding up, bro, like I've been trying to be more strategic with how I spend my time. Cause like you said, I'm aware, like, since the days go by so damn fast, next thing you know, all this shit's gonna be gone. And like I'd be like, man, what the fuck was I doing? You know what I'm saying? Especially you have like even if you're having fun, it's even hard to have fun sometimes. Cause like when you have fun, because you know how when you have fun, time goes by a lot faster. When you're having fun, next thing you know, the day's almost over pretty well, they it's over pretty much. Like 2 days have passed, and you're like, fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you have like important appointments you gotta take care of, or like you gotta study for something, or you gotta work on something, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so easy to miss that shit because time is speeding up. So it's funny, like for real, like every time like when the days go by, I'm like, fuck, man, like I gotta have more of a sense of urgency. Or just it just sucks, man. I'm not gonna. It's cool. Like time speeding up, there are pros and cons to it. I don't want to seem paranoid. I know I make a lot of videos about it, but there are good things to it. Like I've heard from other people. I think you mentioned this too, like that it's easier for people to manifest a lot quicker. I've also and also like Faye, he said like if you enjoy life or if you enjoy what you're doing, since time is speeding up, your life is gonna feel a lot more blissful because every single day you love what you do, and like as time speeds up, you're gonna keep on doing what you love, what you want to do. But also, I've noticed too, if you work at a job you don't like, and since time is speeding up, that job is going to end a lot quicker. Like you're able to tolerate less, um, and yeah, you're able to manifest faster, and like I guess it's cool, especially if like for kids too who go to high schools and middle schools, because you know how well at least what I can remember, I used to hate going to school, but that was when time was slowing down, and it felt like forever while I was in school. But since time is speeding up, I'm sure for kids it's a lot. I want to say easier, but like I'm sure like they don't have to tolerate as much because since the days are going by a lot faster, kids don't have to like tolerate the bullshit from school as much if they don't like it. So there are pros and cons to time speeding up. I guess we just gotta adjust to this shit, man. But yeah, but I'm gonna talk about cherishing past connections, right? So like yeah, there are times where I just love life because I feel like life, even though there are some bullshit we got experience with life, I feel like with life we really shouldn't take it for granted because there are good parts of life. Like we met like-minded people. We meet people who make a huge impact in our lives. I mean, we experience great things. And I feel like that's what life is all about. It's just getting off your comfort zone, believing in yourself, and try to overcome obstacles and setbacks, and just enjoying experiences. Just not overthink and enjoy the present moment. You know what I'm saying? There are times where like I've met like people that I really enjoy being around with. I met like-minded people. I met people where like they made a huge impact in my life, both online and in person. And like it's not that I didn't take those connections for granted, because I don't take connections like those for granted. But it's just kind of crazy how like when connections end, or like when you and a group of people or a specific person go your own separate ways, not in a bad way, like in a good way, where like how life is, where like you two just go on separate paths in life. You know what I'm saying? Where you two either travel different areas in life and shit like that. You know how life is. And like it just hit me today. I mean, if I wasn't been aware of this, but especially like tonight, like I've been thinking. I mean, I was reflecting on my past connections with people and like just my experiences, and like I was kind of like emotional because like it sucks because at times I wish I could relive those moments, where like I spend time with a person I feel connected to. I mean, I understand you can hit them up, but it's not the same. Like I sometimes I could really wish I could relive my past experiences, like my accomplishments or certain experiences with like even the sports team or like just anything in general, or also meeting like people I feel cool with or I feel connected to. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I wish I could relive those moments because this is crazy. Because like life does hit you fast. Because but the thing with life too, like it's so short. Because the average human being passes away around the 70 to 100, but yet life feels so long. But at the same time, it's so short. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't really explain it. It's just crazy. You know? I know I'm overthinking, but it's just like, damn. You know, you just never know. Like at any given moment, like things can be taken away from you. So this is why you really can't take things for granted. And I'm not saying be paranoid. You know what I'm saying? But just enjoy life. You know, never take shit for granted. You know, especially like good connections. Always cherish good connections with people and experiences because you never know what's gonna be taken from you. You know, I've experienced that a lot. And it's not because I take it for granted or anything, but it's just where like life they'll just quickly it like life will kind of force me to kind of grow up or like to kind of um overcome situations like unexpectedly where like I have people or situations taken away from me and like I'm forced to like heal, I'm forced to like grow from it and then learn from it, you know what I'm saying? Like without the clarity, you know. I'm still struggling to this day where like I have a lot of people and also situations removed from my life and I'm still trying to cope with, I'm still trying to like overcome these situations, you know. So this is always important to cherish good connections because you just never know when it's gonna be taken away from you. You know, not in a bad way either. It can be in a good way. Where like again, where life happens and shit. I don't know if you can hear people celebrating, but damn, people are having fun out here. Yeah, you know, I gotta be around them. But yeah, but also you know, in life too, just have fun. You know, enjoy life. You know, yes, it's always good to self improve. It's always good to have fun. It's always good to become great. You know what I'm saying? Push yourself. That what makes life exciting. That knowing that like you could overcome any obstacles. It may take some time or it may happen quickly, but just the fact that when you wake up every morning and you have the opportunity to overcome any situation, no matter how it be, and you can even change your life. You know what I'm saying? I understand like sometimes this world does kind of restrict us, like the money system, just how the society is set up. But you still, I feel like you still have a lot of control on how you can change your life for the better. You know, um, for example, if you're around like toxic, disrespectful people, well, you have the power to remove yourself from these people, to cut them off, or to block them, or to not interact with these people. Or if you want to be in better shape, you have the opportunity every single day to eat healthier, to take actions to make your body more fit, to make the proper sacrifices. You know, or if you want to just any goals in general. If you want to travel, if you want to live in a certain area, you know, just do you will find a way to make it happen. You know, and that one makes life really exciting, in my opinion. That every single day there's always room for opportunity. You know, and always have gratitude because you always be put in a worse situation. You know what I'm saying? Because people are put in like worse circumstances. You know what I'm saying? And like it's always important to not take shit for granted or to not underestimate life like that. I'm not saying be paranoid, but you know how you get what I'm saying. But damn, where was I? I'm always all over the place. This is my ADD, man. Um, oh yeah, but it's always good to have fun in life. And I don't know, you guys know this. It's just common sense, but it's true though. You know, just enjoy life because, man, life is beautiful, man. Even though there are some bullshit we gotta deal with in life, it's still nice. You know, I'm not trying to sound like a downer, all negative when I make videos talking about oh I hate life or the reasons why I hate this human experience. There are good parts to it too. You know what I'm saying? Like again, you have the opportunity to improve yourself. You can meet like bro, there's so many people in this world, and like out of all these people, you never know who you'll meet that's like minded like you, or like you never know what type of person or what type of people you'll get along with. You know what I'm saying? That one makes life really exciting. Yes, there's the internet, but I feel like sometimes people don't use the internet, and so you never know what's out there, you know. And since like we're all young, the fact that we're still alive, in my opinion, we're still young, and like you just never know. Like life is very unexpected, so you never know what can happen to your life. You know, you can experience a very blissful. You be put in a very blissful situation, or like you can go through life changing situations to where like you're just happy. You know what I'm saying? You're just very successful, or like you're pleased with how life is. You know, and this is why people say like life comes in cycles. You know, so like we go through phases where like we go through some I don't know some sadness, some depression. We also go through phases where like we're happy, we're excited, or like we feel pessimistic, we feel or we feel optimistic. or like there's different cycles of life. This is why it's important to kind of study astrology, study your house placements, but also study your numerology. I forgot how it goes. I don't know too much about it, but like supposedly when you study your birth charts numerology, um, it's gonna show you what kind of phases you're most likely going to go through depending on what age you are. So, for example, if you're age 24, that age is known for going through your perfection year. What your perfection year means pretty much is where like you're put in a career situation to where like you're forced to kind of like self improve yourself. More than likely, you'll probably be single, but like the good parts about it is that like you're gonna be put in situations where like you're forced to level up when it comes to career, even health. When it comes to your money, people in their perfection year, they that's when they usually in that around that time frame, that's when they usually like make the most money around your perfection year. And after your perfection year, once you're like 25, 26, then you're in your what else is out there? I think I'm not sure it's part of it, but let's just say you're in your romantic year. So let's say you meet the love of your life, you're in a romantic connection, you're in a relationship, and just shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So study numerology, study your astrology, study your house placements. Now, me, I'm starting to study about my house placements. It's pretty interesting. So, uh, how do I explain this? So, how do you find your house placements? Go to Google search and type in birth chart reading slash house placements or house placements, zodiac signs, astrology, birth chart reading. Just some shit like that where you mention astrology, your birth chart reading, and mention your house placements. I don't know how I found it, but well, I can show you guys. But so I typed in on Google and like it showed me my house placements. So for example, you have your sun sign, you have your moon sign, you have your Libra. I mean not Libra. You have your Venus signs, right? All this shit. You have your Mars. Those are the basic placements of your astrological birth chart, right? But you also have house placements. If just in case you guys aren't aware, but what your house placements is, it pretty much it kind of I want to. It kind of basically dictates how your life situations are going to play out. Obviously, not 100% because even though we, in my opinion, we kind of don't have free will in this life. I feel like we still have some free will, at least like 20% free will, 80% not. Because I believe in everything happens for a reason. I believe we go through destiny events, and I feel like everything is kind of not everything, but most things are pre-planned. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at shit. So we could learn from it and grow. But where your house placements are, like I said, it's gonna dictate how your life situations are gonna play out. It's also gonna dictate kind of how your personality is as well. So, for example, I'm using mine for example. So me, I have a Gemini in my eighth house. I think I forgot which house. I think my sixth house or my eighth house. I forgot, but usually with since I have a Gemini and at one of those house placements, it pretty much indicates that me, I'm the type of person where like I love to talk about spiritual shit or like very taboo shit. And it makes sense because on my YouTube channel, like I always talk about spirituality and I love doing it. I love talking about dark, deep shit. You know what I'm saying? And like it makes sense. And like Gemini in one of those house placements, it talks about how like people love to talk about that shit. But when it comes to life situations, it also deals with like constantly being around people who will like manipulate you or who trying to make you feel small whenever you're trying to talk or whenever you're trying to speak up. People with like Gemini in either the sixth house or the eighth house, they have like a hard time of like they tend to have a lot of anxiety or like they have a lot of nervousness or they have a lot of hesitancy when like they're trying to like when they're in a put in a leadership position or some shit like that or like they're always around very like again manipulative people where like they've experienced people trying to like manipulate them or like trying to control them, very controlling people. But also people with these placements, they also tend to do the same thing towards other people. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a saying like people are a reflection of your shadow side or just or how you feel about yourself or some shit. So like I can see that playing out in my life in a way. And there's a lot more that I forgot that I probably forgot, but it's basically kind of like that. And and there's also more shit too. But I was just thinking to myself, like, damn, like all this shit makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I think people with these placements, with these, I think it was Gemini. They tend to have like it also talks about like their upbringing with their family households and shit like that. And it was just kind of crazy how scary, how accurate it was when it comes to my life. You know, not just with like Gemini placements, but other placements and different houses and shit. And like I was more intrigued by it, so I was watching more YouTube videos. So, for example, when you type in birth chart, my birth chart reading, my house placements, type it up on Google, and then it's gonna show you overview on YouTube. I mean, not overview. It's gonna show you overview on Google. Then you write down the house placements and you type it on YouTube, and it's gonna explain to you like what your tendencies are, how your personality is, and like the type of shit you're gonna experience with people and life situations and shit. That's pretty much what it does. You know? But yeah, or that's how I learned about this shit. But yeah, but I know I'm all over the place, but yeah, but when you're trying to improve life, I think one of the best ways to kind of like give yourself extra motivation or extra inspiration is to look at your most painful moments. Also look at your most sad moments, your most depressive moments where like you just felt like life was unfair, or like you feel like you had things taken away from you, or like you experienced rejection or abandonment or just some type of hurt. You know, so it's always important to reflect these situations and try to motivate you to feel you to go far in life. You know what I'm saying? Um, like for example, like just use your pain as motivation. You know, like if you're able to experience all this shit, I don't know. This is weird. Like for some reason, whenever I experience pain or like very sad moments, I look back in these situations, and for some reason, it really motivates me because I think pain is a good thing. Obviously, it sucks. I mean, actually, I take that back. I hate saying that shit because it is what it is. But when people experience pain, like that shit could really make a person become great, or it could really break down a person. It's okay to cry it out. It's okay to like purge all the sadness and anger, but don't let it break you, or like don't let it control your life. You know, try to transmute that energy into something great. Because and you hear a lot of people who are great, who are like famous, they always talk about how like their painful experiences help them improve their life. You know, and it's true. It's got to use the energy in the right way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the more pain you experience with people, life situations, the more stronger you become because you're able to overcome it. Then you can pretty much handle pretty much any situation. And you know, Faye, he did mention some shit like this, where like usually people or spirits who go through like harder life situations, once they overcome it, they're a lot stronger than the average person. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean this in an egotistical way, but I'm saying when it comes to like life experiences, and you also gain a lot of wisdom too. I've noticed too. So when you experience, the more pain and bullshit you experience with life, there's a lot of dumb shit for you experience for no reason. I feel like you'll gain so much wisdom, so much knowledge, and on how to overcome these situations. You know. So I feel like when you experience pain and bullshit, there's always a positive side to any situation. There's always a positive and a negative side to it. It depends how you decide to transmute the energy. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy too. Just because you could turn your pain to greatness doesn't mean it's easy. If it was easy, a lot of people would do it. But no, you see pain controlling people. It's why people go to prison or go to jail, or like they just. I'm saying not everyone, because some people, they're innocent and they still get put into jail and prisons like that because we live in a fucked up society. But you see how like people, they just at times they tend to give up with life and shit like that because like pain's it's over consumes them. But you just gotta learn from these painful experiences, try to transmute these energies, and you can really skyrocket your life. You just gotta learn how to use it, or to your advantage. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Either through working out, through focusing on your career, through learning from these situations, and like you can help other people through these situations, and obviously you can help yourself. And you know what I'm saying? Like even most of my videos, and you guys don't have to resonate or relate to it, but just the fact that I make so many videos, all that's based on pain and anger and shit and sadness, pretty much. That's when I tend to make the longest videos and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at it in a positive way. Whenever you experience some type of bullshit in life, or just some negative dumb shit that's so petty and unnecessary, just try to transmute that shit. You know what I'm saying? But but yeah, but also but yeah, but this is crazy because like today, like I was reflecting on my past connections and stuff, and like it made me really sad because like damn, like I wish at times I could relive those good memories. There are times where like I could relive those good connections I've experienced with people, because I've learned so much. Like these people I've met who made a huge impact in my life. They just inspire me. They motivate me. I really can't explain it. Like they gave me some, like people I meet online and in person that I really feel connected to. They really inspire me, just motivate me to like just become the best version of myself, and to also they just help me see life differently. You know what I'm saying? I really can't explain it, but and when I had that realization, it kind of made me very emotional because without these people, I don't know what kind of path I'll be in. And I don't want to seem dramatic, but it's true. The people I've met through online and through a person all throughout my life, they definitely made such a huge, great impact in my life. Like just on everything. That's one of the reasons why, like, I feel motivated or inspired to become great in life, to take risks, to just just improve my life overall. I look at these people for inspiration. And this is why like connections are so important. Like if you can't find any type of inspiration or motivation, you can use your painful experiences, you can use it through like people who inspire you, and you can also go through within. You know what I'm saying? And this is why it's important to become your biggest fan. Because just in case if you don't have those connections with people who don't inspire you, or you just feel like life is very dull. You know what I'm saying? And I know that feeling. It's not a good feeling, but this is why like you gotta become your biggest fan. No one doesn't have to understand you. No one doesn't have to get you. You know, people people cannot understand you, but as long as you understand yourself, as long as you make sense to yourself, no one can take that from you. Even God. I go to that extreme. If there is a God, if there's a universe, don't even let God dictate who you are as a person. Like, stay true to yourself. Even God or the universe don't fucking agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the fact that you're alive, just the fact that you have that awareness, you automatically are meant for great things. Just the fact that you are who you are as a person, we're all unique. That in itself makes you great. You know what I'm saying? Because you have your own mind, you have your own brain, you have your own heart, you have your own spirit. You know what I'm saying? So you're the prize. You're the one that this world has been waiting for. You know what I'm saying? It's true though. I know it sounds corny, but it's true. Always become your own biggest fan, because at the end of the day, no one could copy you like that. People can imitate you, but people can't copy you. People don't have the same tendencies or traits as you do, and you know what I'm saying. If people disappoint you, if people don't agree with you, then just fuck them. As long as you have that belief and trust within yourself, no one can stop you. And that's all that matters. For real, that's all that matters. But again, that one makes life really exciting because, like, imagine you're constantly going through phases and cycles of life, and like there's just so much possibilities of you just improving your life, just to doing great things in life. Life is unpredictable. At any given moment, you could change your life for the better through meeting people, through like improving in the career situation. You just never know what life could take you. You know, but and that's one of the reasons why I just love life. You know, um, I'm gonna talk about time is speeding up, or the struggles I had to deal with. So with me, right, there are times where like there are people where like I feel where there are people where like I want to hang out with, but at times it's so hard for me to do it because like I'm trying to balance out my work life schedule. So like I have a lot of studies I need to take care of. Um, in the army, I'm in the military, so like it's so time consuming. There's so much things I need to learn. But I'm also trying to balance out by like hanging out with friends on the weekends, or on their off time and shit like that. But sometimes it's so hard to do it because the days go by extremely fast, time goes by extremely fast, and it's like I can't balance it out. You, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm always on the go. I have so much things I need to do. You know, either through working on my studies, just anything. I'm also taking college. I got to work on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of shit. But again, it's all about time management and work life balance. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but it's just crazy how like I feel like God or the universe, I feel like they really do guide people. Like the older I'm getting, the more I'm starting to have more faith in God and the Creator. I really can't explain how life is in afterlife, but I really do believe there's a God and there's a universe who watches over us and who guides us in life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just makes life really exciting. Just knowing that, like, especially like in this timeline we're in, because there's so much spiritual knowledge out there. I mean, obviously you gotta be careful because some people could be like manipulating people. You gotta be careful who you watch on YouTube. But it makes life really exciting knowing that like there's so much spiritual information out there. We have access to the internet, so like you can literally learn anything you want from the internet. You can learn about math. You can learn how to drive a car. You can learn how to you can make a business online. You can learn how to make money online. You can meet new people online. You can become well famous, well known through the internet. The internet is such a blessing in disguise, you know. Depends how you use the internet, but the internet can really skyrocket you into like making your life better, in my opinion. You know, like if you want to make money, you can have a little side business, a side hustle. If you want to meet like-minded people, the internet is a great way to do that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you can learn new things and stuff, and it's a spiritual network. Someone mentioned um, he had his YouTube channel. His name is Esoteric Knowledge 369. His name used to be Macedon. He used to make a lot of videos, but he put most of his videos on private. I forgot why, but he did mention like the internet is pretty much a spiritual network because it is. You know, whatever you're interested in, whatever you like, you tend to type it on the internet and you learn more about it. You know, that's why we have a search history and shit. You know, I'm so happy there's an internet. You know, if you have a smartphone, you have access to a laptop, and if you have Wi-Fi and internet, I feel like that's a huge blessing. Because again, you could learn. It's abundant, pretty much. You can learn so much shit from it. You can even make inventions from it. You know what I'm saying? It can help you pass your college classes. It can make you improve your career, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. But one of the, I feel like one of the most crazy things about life too, also, is the fact that there's other life out there, even though there's no proof of it. Just the fact that people talk about spiritual community. There's a fourth realm. There's a fifth realm. We People have been reported seeing spirits and ghosts and shit, even aliens or like UFOs. There's all this shit, right? People astral project. People lucid dream. People see spirits like that. It's just crazy. That's in itself, my opinion. That's proof that like there's life out there. You know, there's additional life. There's more life out there, other than fucking humans and shit, right? Or even if you die, there's a strong possibility that there's an afterlife. I think shit like that makes life so interesting, and that's one of the reasons why I love life so much because there's so much possibilities. There's so much endless information and shit out there that we know nothing of, but people having reports of seeing shit like that or experiencing some shit like that, like astral projecting, seeing spirits, fucking just shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, people really astral project. That's when you experience an out of body experience and you go to a different realm and you see other beings and fucking people. You know how crazy that is? People don't talk about this shit as much, in my opinion, and that shit's so interesting. You know, and there are ways to do that. You know, if you want to learn how to OBE, like astral project or like experience an out of body experience, tap up Serious Inner Temple on YouTube, and he has like a series where he teach people on how to properly do it. Basically, what he mentioned is that like, and shout out to Serious Inner Temple, but he mentioned that like, base. I still remember, um, in order for you to astral project, one, you got to take care of your body. You got to eat clean, because if you don't take care of your body, then you're automatically going to vibrate low. Therefore, you're going to attract a lot of like negative entities and lower vibration entities and shit like that. So take care of your body, meditate every day for like the same time with binaural beats. And then as you keep doing it, you're gonna feel like a vibration around your third eye area. And then as you're doing it, you kind of meditate again, and you kind of go through like a sleep state where like you experience sleep paralysis. I forgot. There's other steps too, if I forgot. And then pretty much you OBE and shit, and that's how you do it. It's kind of like that, but definitely check them out. But it makes life cool, you know what I'm saying? Just the fact that you have the opportunity to meet different kinds of people, you always change your life for the better and shit, you know. And yeah, you know, it's also a great feeling where like you just meet like-minded people and like they make a huge impact for your life. They like them, or you meet someone, or like you used to like before you meet certain people, right? You used to view life at a certain way, but then once you meet those people, they make you view life at a different way, and it gives you a whole different perspective about life, about like this pretty much everything. Where like they change your life for the better, or even for the worse, but just the fact that they able to give you a different perspective on life, I feel like that one makes life and connections very interesting and very amazing. You just never know what type of person can really change your life for the better. You know what I'm saying? It can really give you a different perspective about life, and it's amazing how how either a group of people or a specific person can really motivate you and inspire you. And that what makes life really amazing. But that's all I got to say. I just want to speak my mind and shit. We are still in the Mercury retrograde. It's gonna end on the 14th, but there's a post shadow Mercury retrograde, so hopefully it ends quick. But it's definitely been a huge emotional roller coaster. This Mercury retrograde, these full moons, this shit wasn't easy. I felt extremely tired. I feel extremely sluggish. There's a lot of crying, a lot of purging, just a lot of release through anger, having a lot of realizations about yourself and shit like that. It's a lot, but it's gonna be worth it once it's over because at the end of the day, it's meant to heal us and we're meant to overcome these situations. And that's all I gotta say. Always enjoy life. Um, don't take life personal. Always cherish your connections because you never know what's going to be taken away from you. Always have gratitude in life. You can always be put in a worse situation. Also, treat people how you want to be treated, and do the best you can. Become great, and the fact that you're still here, it's clear that you have a purpose and you're meant for great things. And like, if no one understands you, no one gets you. At the end of the day, you always have yourself and you always have God. And enjoy life and stay safe, guys. And have a good one. Peace. Also, enjoy your weekend. Peace.